Hello friends, welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to talk about anomers. So let's get started friends. As today we are talking about anomers, we are actually concerned about the cyclic or ring structures of monosaccharides. So today for my convenience to discuss about this topic, I will take the ring structures of your cyclic structures of glucose molecules to show the anomers, right? So before we can start this topic, let's know the definition of anomers, right? So anomers are actually a group of isomeric monosaccharides which differ from each other by the arrangement of different functional groups around the anomeric carbon, right? So as you can see, I have taken the cyclic structures of glucose to show the anomeric structure, right? So uh, uh, before we can discuss in detail about this topic, let's know what exactly is the anomeric carbon and where exactly it is present, right? So you can see in these two cyclic structures of glucose molecule I have taken as an example. In these two cyclic glucose molecules, we can see that these two molecules are ring structures of your glucose molecule, and they are isomers to each other, means they are having the same number of carbons, same number of hydrogens, everything, and they are having the same molecular formula, that is C6H12O6, right? So so uh, if we number the carbons in this structure, so this will be first carbon, this will be second carbon, this will be third carbon, this is the fourth carbon, this is fifth carbon, this is sixth carbon. And in the second ring structure, we can see this is the first carbon, this is second carbon, this is third carbon, this is fourth carbon, this is fifth carbon, this is sixth carbon, right? So one thing you must remember, that the always the first carbon of the ring will be your anomeric carbon, right? So this so for the for the cyclic structure, first cyclic structure of the glucose molecule, this is the carbon number 1. So this is the anomeric structure, anomeric carbon for this ring structure. And for this ring structure, as this carbon is the carbon number 1, this is your anomeric carbon, this is anomeric carbon, right? So let's compare these two structures, let's compare these two structures, right? So if you observe these two structures in detail, you will find that they are actually resembling to each other, but they are actually differing at the position of the anomeric carbon, right? They are actually differing between themselves at the position of anomeric carbon with respect to the arrangement of this OH group, with respect to the arrangement of this OH group. Okay, for your convenience, I have drawn a square, so in green color, around the OH group, right? So you can see, so in the first structure, first ring structure, you can see that this is the OH group is present below your anomeric carbon, but in the second ring structure, you can see the OH group is present above the anomeric carbon, right? So we can according to definition, we can see that these two molecules are differing from each other by the arrangement of functional group, or in this case the arrangement of OH group around the anomeric carbon, right? In the first structure, you can see the OH group is present below the anomeric carbon, but in the second ring structure, we can see the OH group is present above the position of anomeric carbon, right? So in the first case, with the OH group present below the anomeric carbon, this will be called as your alpha anomer. And in this case, as the OH group is present above the anomeric carbon, this will be called your beta anomer, right? So as these two structures are differing from each other by the arrangement of the different functional groups like OH group around your anomeric carbon, they are called as anomers, right? So if the OH group is present below the anomeric carbon, it will be called your alpha anomer. If the OH group is present above the anomeric carbon, it will be called your beta anomer, right? So one thing we must remember, we must keep in mind, that we have to see the relative position of your OH group to the position of your anomeric carbon in both the cases. If we find the OH group is present below the anomeric carbon, it will be our alpha anomeric form. And if we find the OH group above the position of anomeric carbon, it will be our beta anomeric forms. Okay, so these two structures are related to each other as anomers. As we have taken the example of glucose here, this form will be called your alpha D glucose and this form will be called beta D glucose, and this is how we can draw different anomeric structure of different types of monosaccharides.